Best player in number one.
Rager at the bottom of your screen. A flag stops the play. We've had a number of these right at the snap. Looks like a false start going against TCU is going to add another 5 yards
Before
to this.
the snap, false start, number 68, offense, 5-yard penalty, still fourth down.
On the left tackle, Anthony McKinney.
You can feel the angst in here. You saw Duggan working his way up in the middle of the pocket, and downfield, Jalen Rager was getting ready to break in that deep dig. Would have had a great chance at him in the middle of the field.
It's 4th and 15. Again, game on the line and season on the line for TCU. Duggan in a crowd. And West Virginia is going to get the win on the road in Fort Worth. Darius Stills just about had Duggan wrapped up, threw it as he was going to the ground. And TCU's season, just like West Virginia's, is going to end here tonight in Fort Worth.
Great job with the interior twist. You see the 2 D tackles. A stunt that brings number 56, Darius Stills, one of the 2 most productive members of that D-line, along with his brother Dante. Just a great wrinkle on the interior. He does a great job getting upfield and finishing.
Both these teams are going to finish 5 and 7 overall. And 3 and 6 in conference. West Virginia pulls it off in the 4th quarter, Mike, and wins this game and ends TCU season.
Neil Brown gets to go into the offseason now riding high, and for Gary Patterson and a very young TCU defense, a lot of work to do that I'm sure they're excited about.
2017, West Virginia wins at TCU. For Mike Gola Jr., Dr. Jerry Punch, and our entire crew, I'm Mark Neely. Thanks for sharing this one with us. Let's get you to College Football Countdown.
UCF, what do we call that, Joey? What is
War
this,
on I-4?
Well, they at least had
that
one
just
push.
talking?
They at least pushed somebody.
He was checking out the fabric.
Not a fight. And there's always a guy with no shirt on.
Yep.
Always.
Always one of those. And he's usually the one at the beginning of the kerfluffle when there is one. That is Jesse. That is Joey. I am Matt. Welcome into a little college football scoreboard. Happy Friday of Thanksgiving weekend. So many storylines to put to bed this week, including who would be hosting the AAC championship game between Memphis and Cincinnati. So this game today was played in Memphis, a win for Memphis. It would be played again in Memphis next week. Opening kickoff, good start for the Tigers. Chris Claybrook's 94 yards.
This game was supposed to be about the offense of Memphis versus the defense of Cincinnati, and what a great start for Memphis getting on the board, first play of the game.
Later in the second, same score. Here comes Cincinnati. Michael Warren ties it at 17.
Michael Warren, 5'11", 222, strong runner. He was a workhorse, carried it 21 times for 122 yards in that touchdown.
All right, so fourth quarter, still 20-17. Oh, we had a little trickery. White to DeMonte Coxey.
And Coxey had a big one, 6 catches, 145 yards, and that touchdown going up and then getting it in the end zone. Love the play call here. The defense of Cincinnati, you see guys running back and forth. They don't know where to go, but on the back end, not bad coverage, just a better play by Coxey.
Brady White having a remarkable season for this offense. Later, Antonio Gibson. Speaking of remarkable seasons, one of the best backs in the country.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of them, too. It's Kenneth Gainwell, it's Patrick Taylor Jr., and then Antonio Gibson as well. So many weapons for this Memphis offense.
Memphis now their 3rd straight conference championship game. They'll play it at home next week.
Oh, man, the heart of these kids, we got a tremendous group of young men. They battle for everything to win our 3rd straight West Division title. To be able to host a championship game here next week, something we're really proud of and just excited for the city. And we know we got a great opponent coming back in here.
You'll turn around in 7 days and play that group. Have you ever dealt with anything like that before?
No, this will be our first time doing that. But, at the end of the day, man, we're in the championship game. And we're going to have another great week of prep, but we're excited about the opportunity.
That are Quint Kesnick with Coach Norvell, and these two teams, again, they're going to meet next Saturday at the Tigers' 3rd straight appearance in the championship game, having won 4 straight against the Bearcats. Neither school has won the AAC championship. ACC Coastal on the line, had a battle of the Commonwealth. Virginia Tech, third quarter. Virginia trailing Bryce Perkins to Billy Kemp.
Perkins had a huge day, 311 passing, 164 rushing. He was that guy.
That tied it at 20. Then Hendon Hooker to Trey Turner, 61
Yeah,
yards.
Hendon Hooker wasn't going to be outdone. He had a long touchdown run at the start of the second half, and this strike right here for 61 yards to Turner. He threw for 311 yards.
Hokies up 27-20 at that point. Then Wayne Talapapa takes it in for the Cavs, ties it at 27 apiece. A little over a minute left in the game. Virginia up 33-30. Bad time to fumble it for Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, Virginia Tech, 4 turnovers in this game. This one put the game away. Virginia, great defense.
7-0 at home, snapping over Virginia Tech 15-game winning streak. Oh, it's all fun for Bronco Mendenhall and the Wahoos.
Virginia Tech has beaten Virginia 15 straight times. Describe this scene now.
Yeah, that's over. That streak is over.
Why Virginia this year?
Leadership, player leadership and belief. They absolutely believed it was possible. I've just been lucky to help them.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so what a year it's been for Virginia sports. First NCAA title in men hoops, followed by the school's 6th national crown in men's lacrosse. Top-seeded men's soccer team is still alive. They take on St. John's tomorrow in the round of 16 of the football. Gets over the hump. They beat their hated Hokies, and they win the ACC Coastal. That's all well and good. Congratulations to Virginia, but now you've got Clemson in the ACC championship game. What type of problem, if any, does Virginia present for Clemson?
I think it's defensively, and Virginia's got 43 sacks this year. Their D-line and linebackers have been very aggressive. They're going to have to make plays, create penetration, be in the backfield, and disrupting Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne if they're going to have any shot, I think, of winning this football game.
Yeah, Bryce Perkins is going to have the same kind of game he did today with the 311 passing and the 164 rushing, going against a better defense in Clemson and a team playing with a lot of confidence. Clemson's been really, really good since the 21-20 win against North Carolina. Sort of like they have something to prove after the entire country sort of said this team isn't as good as last year. So they're on a roll, but we'll see. This will be the best test for Clemson this season.
Again, Clemson in the clubhouse for the ACC championship game. They have their rival game against South Carolina tomorrow. South Carolina SEC team, so a non-conference game for the Clemson Tigers. Today's a notorious shopping day, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys have been listening to Joey Galloway throughout the season, you had extra money to go shopping with today on the day after Thanksgiving.
All about
Why?
Christmas. I'm all about
virtual
Christmas.
locks. Joey has been on a heater, and you never walk away from a heater. Is this the season finale of virtual locks?
It really.
UCF, remarkable season for that young freshman quarterback coming up on ESPN. I'm told this is college football countdown. I was giving us a scoreboard earlier. Still kind of correct when you go scoreboard from the games earlier. But either way, we're going to count down to kickoff. UCF, USF coming up. Boise State still trying to stay in the mix for the group of 5. Taking on Colorado State. Warren Jackson over the middle. 16-yard touchdown.
Yeah, up and down day for Patrick O'Brien, throwing at 289 yards, 2 TDs, but also 2 picks that would cost him.
That tied it. Jalen Henderson finds Collingham 3 yards out. Boise State at 21-14. Then Henderson takes it in from a yard out.
And Boise State sitting at number 20 behind Memphis and Cincinnati, trying to be that top-ranked group of 5 team.
They host Hawaii, does Boise State, in their conference championship game, or they play Hawaii, rather, in their conference championship game. Appalachian State is just doing what they want to Troy. Darrington Evans, 52 yards.
And they're trying to stay alive for a New Year's 6 bowl berth as well. This guy, Darrington Evans, has been running wild all season.
And then first and goal, Caleb Parker, that passes. That's a big hit. That's a good scoop and score scenario there. Desmond Franklin.
Yeah, Troy scored the first 3 points, and then App State goes on a 20-point run to put this game out of reach.
Zach Thomas then 5 yards for App State. You said it's out of reach. It is a beatdown right now at the half, 34-13. Little Sunbelt, Funbelt action going on there. Iowa, Nebraska. Cornhuskers looking to stay in a bowl game. Iowa looking for 9+ wins in consecutive seasons. Tyler Goodson, 55-yard touchdown.
Just look at the push and the drive that Iowa offensive line gets. They were the more physical team in this one. They ran for 225 yards.
Where was this Iowa offense earlier in the season when they needed it?
Well, it takes a while. It takes a while to get things going. And offensively, you don't have to worry about it when you have Smith-Marset that can take this to the house. Only had one catch in this game, also had a rushing touchdown, and then this special teams kickoff return touchdown.
Yeah, 95-yarder puts the Hawkeyes up 24-10. Looked like the blowout was on its way, but here comes Nebraska trailing now by a score. Wyatt Mazur in from 9 yards.
They started
out.
getting the momentum back, playing at home, need to win the game to become bowl eligible, and this run right here caps off a 13-play, 60-yard drive.
Okay, so here we go, tied at 24. Iowa going for the winning field goal. Did we have a college kicker situation with Keith Duncan? Gentlemen, wind was blowing. What do you think?
No way.
I think
Not a chance.
It is going at 48 out. That's
it's way left.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
He played the left to right off the tee, found the center of the fairway, and Iowa, Kirk Ferentz and crew win 27-24. Texas 6-5 on the year, trying to cap off the season to go 7-5. Sam Ehlinger had a nice Friday.
Yeah, last week was his first complete game without accounting for a single touchdown. He made up for it in this game, getting a rushing touchdown early.
It was up 14-10 at one point. It was Texas Tech, and then Jet Duffy here puts it back up 21-14.
Duffy was slinging the pill. 58 pass attempts. He threw for 399 yards and 2 TDs.
And Ehlinger keeps it going. A big one here. Devin Duvernay, 75 yards.
Duvernay might be the best receiver that doesn't get talked about. You know, talk about Alabama, LSU, but Duvernay is good as any of them. 6 catches, 199 yards, 1 touchdown.
Ehlinger here then just continues his monster day. A 26-yard touchdown pass to Jake Smith. Texas gets their first win at home against Texas Tech since 20-13. They end the season 7-5, 49-24. The final. What about a little Apple Cup? Usually these games are fairly close, a lot to play for out there in the state of Washington. Bragging rights. Jacob Eason, how rare is this?
You've been seeing this all year. You actually haven't. That's Jacob Eason's first rushing touchdown of the season, and he's hyped.
His recruiting profile did not say dual threat quarterback. And then Eason to Terrell Bynum.
Bynum had 3 catches, 77 yards, and the touchdown as Washington's now got the momentum, starting to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, Richard Newton then punches it in, keeps it 21-10. Third quarter, more Washington, more Newton.
Yeah, and this is the first drive of the second half, so they come out on fire. They march down, 5 plays, 75 yards. Washington wins the Apple Cup 31-13.
All right, so that's just one of many rivalries over the weekend, including some of the other ones tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys a choice. Bedlam or Iron Bowl, bigger chance for an upset?
Iron Bowl.
I'm thinking Bedlam.
There you go.
All right,
Yeah, I switched up.
Go.
Went Iron Bowl early, now I'm going Bedlam.
All right,
I'm going to stay consistent.
Think outside the turkey a little bit. And if you can listen to these guys all season, virtual locks, they've been really good.
Welcome to Joey and Jesse's Virtual Locks.
Joey, if we could have predicted at the start of the year just how fitting of a title this really would be.
We should have called this Fire. This segment should be called Fire.
It's hard to breathe in. There's a lot of smoke because it's getting kind of hot. And there's a reason for that. It's because my partner, Joey Galloway, is on absolute fire. He's 11-1 in the last 6 weeks. Woo-hoo! Woo! 23.
23.
Plus 323.
Plus 320.
Minus 5.8.
Minus 5.
Is greater than 10.5.
That's
It's a bit of a wacky formula. Makes sense to Joey. You know I'm Canadian, right?
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
It's a beautiful anthem. Wow, did you just cue that?
I really did.
You had a lot of power.
Cue the music.
Galloway.
I like Vandy.
Who?
Yeah, I like Vanderbilt minus the 6.5.
Row the boat, Scotty Mott, go Gophers.
Can we get a virtual Tron boat? There it is right there. A little virtual Tron boat action.
No.
We're going the same direction now.
Okay, here's a toast to 2 weeks in a row of straight perfection.
No, we're not the bragging type. Maybe we are, but I can promise you that going 8-0 in the last 2 weeks hadn't changed us at all.
I mean, you might as well just take a bunch of darts, throw them against the dartboard, kind of like this one right here.
And that's a very nice dartboard.
It's a virtual dartboard. The 67th edition. Look at the big fella right here.
Trophy.
Yeah, big trophy there, big guy.
If you like money, here it is.
Make it rain, people.
It was like having a front row seat to Sesame Street every week.
35-15.
Yeah, but you got a lot richer, except you made money watching Sesame Street.
Watching you humps do that has been the great joy of my career. Having said that, Joey and Jesse have made you beautiful people a lot of coin this year. Joey's been as good as anyone picking games, which, guys, I have bad news for you. I think we're going to put you guys full-time on that daily wager program we have.
It's a good program.
And they're noticing, yeah.
Do they pay?
Program.
Well, they're
Give
noticing.
the people what they want.
Do they pay?
I'm not one to jinx a golfer at the turn who's already 2 under and then he blows up on the back 9, but I've been so impressed with both Joey and Jesse with their virtual locks.
Hey, Jesse and Joey, dudes, you guys have been smoking hot with your picks. Just make sure, just keep it in college. Don't come for my job. Don't come for my job. But you guys are cranking it.
Jesse and Joey, congratulations. Red hot with the virtual locks. Keep it up and you might get yourself that Master Lock endorsement.
Joey, Jesse, a job well done. You guys are on fire and have had an unbelievable year. I know that when people are asking who Joey and Jesse like on Friday as opposed to who I like, you guys are doing it right. So, job well done. Keep up the good work.
I have never wanted you guys to go 0-4 more than I do.
Such a hater.
In the final
we love
week.
it. Bring the hate. Bring the hate.
Season finale of Virtual Locks. We're going to do it right here, blue collar style on the set. Joey, because you've been so good this season, T-Box is yours. First final Virtual Lock of the year is?
Notre Dame minus 16.5 at Stanford. Doesn't matter. It's across the country for Notre Dame. They're on a 4-game win streak as Stanford has lost their last 3, and the Notre Dame offense has been outstanding. They've scored 92 points in their last 2 games. In that same span, in the last 3 games, Stanford scored 55 points. Ian Book on fire, 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And I really just think that Stanford has sort of cashed it in. Take Notre Dame minus the 16.5.
Okay.
I'm going to be looking at some big matchups this week. Games with a lot of eyeballs. I'm going to start Michigan versus Ohio State. Ohio State minus 9.5 on the road. Give me the Buckeyes. And I like Shea Patterson. He's been phenomenal his last 4 games. 12 TD passes, only 1 pick. I don't think they can protect him against Chase Young in that pass rush from Ohio State. Meanwhile, you remember Ryan Day last year as the offensive coordinator? He put on a clinic calling plays against Don Brown and Michigan's press man coverage. They scored 62 in that game. I think he has another good game plan ready. Justin Fields, J.K. Dobbins, these guys go off. Ohio State proves they're the number 1 team in the country.
I'm just happy you're not making us watch UConn again.
Oh, that was a one-time thing.
UConn East Carolina set us back a decade. All right. You guys didn't do this much this year, so I'm proud of you for this second pick, Jesse. You're gonna go an underdog.
It's the first time all year I'm picking a dog. But it's not the first time all year. We're picking the boat. Let's roll the boat, baby.
That boat's been good.
Minnesota, they're
let's
+3
go.
at home against Wisconsin in a game where the winner's going to go on and play Ohio State in the Big Ten title game. I just love the way Tanner Morgan has played this year, throwing it. Bateman, Johnson on the outside, catching passes have been fantastic. Game day is going to be there. The energy is going to be there. Wisconsin's defense, they've struggled a little bit now the last 5 games, so give me the boat. You could take Paul Bunyan's axe, put it in the boat, and then just row it to the Big Ten title game.
I love the boat. I'm going SMU minus 3. Now, here's why I like SMU. It's because they score points. You've seen Shane Buechele. He's leading the American Conference in passing. I think they're second. They're first in scoring. They just moved on. So many weapons. Xavier Jones is second in the conference in scoring. They got Roberson outside. Hopefully he plays. He's a game-time decision. They got Prochet, the top 2 receivers in the American Conference, minus the 3. Now, the game might be 65-60, but they're going to cover.
All right, so Cyber Monday is Monday. You should be rich by then if you listen to these 2 guys. Final picks in Virtual Locks of the season. We are counting down to kickoff, about 7:30, 7:45. If I reckon, didn't Gabriel Davis, didn't he get a helmet sticker?
Yeah, once upon a time.
A little helmet sticker for Gabriel Davis when UCF was rolling. They have South Florida coming up in just about 6 minutes on ESPN as we wrap up a busy Thanksgiving Friday. Probably the best college football weekend of the year, seeing as though you got to get the Egg Bowl, which is remarkable.
Phenomenal
last night. On Thursday, got the full slate of games today and a full slate tomorrow on Saturday. UCF, one of those teams, they were always that group of 5 team that found their way in the New Year's Six. Not what they expected this year. How did they close the season off strong?
I think expect a big game from Dylan Gabriel throwing it. War on I-4. We know these teams don't like each other. You saw that pregame. But Dylan Gabriel at home, 15 TD passes, 0 picks, going up against a USF defense that has been outstanding with takeaways this year.
And if you like taking shots down the field, UCF is your team. They throw deep every other pass. And they're a team that puts some points on the board. USF has had a bit of a rough season.
Not been a great season for them.